Okay, today I lost $157 today, but today was honestly a good day. And I'm actually glad February has been so shitty trading because it shows like it's not going to be all rainbows and unicorns like it was for me in December and January. February is a little rough and it's fine. So let's talk about it. So we had news at 8:30 and we have news at 10. I'm done. I want to be out before news. So on the 1 hour though, we have a market structure shift. This is a liquidity of the sessions. As you see, we have liquidity here, Asian, London, news just swept all that. We had 1 hour fair value gap here, the one here that I went up to before we got on the charts to go down to this one. So yeah, I had a feeling it was going to keep going down, but I wanted to play a pullback up into the bottom of this fair value gap, right? The line chart said the market structure shift happened down here. And what happened? Then we got a fair value gap here. And we got a fair value gap here, which the fair value gap here, it tapped in and ran up immediately. So, but technically, say I got in at that tap at this fair value gap and at the breaker. The 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio would have been at the middle of this fair value gap. See, so it still didn't even hit it. You see what I'm saying? So that's why my losses have been big because I've been getting in early or getting in right at the breaker and not waiting for the pullbacks. And so today I waited for it to tap into this fair value gap down here, but I had a feeling it was going to go down. So once it ran up so high already to my take profit, which usually it doesn't do, usually it'll run up a little bit and then come down and then run up and take it. So I had a feeling it was going to reverse. So we did get, this was no displacement, but it was a tiny fair value gap here. I had my, I was going to get in a trade here to take it down to my entry, my original entry that was down here. I was going to take it down to that. But again, it was before the 9:30 market open. And you see my stop loss would have been this high up here where the liquidity was right before that, that first run up, and 9:30 market open just took that. So I would have been stopped out either way. And then the entry here came here to go lower. Could have got in here, but again, I was still hoping for a little here to sweep out this and then continue down. And usually the fair value gap that happens first kind of trumps, but obviously, so I had a feeling it was going to go down. I had a feeling this was just a pullback from news and we're just going to keep running, which it is. Sometimes news like yesterday, I love a news trade. I've noticed too, say if news shoots it up and sweeps liquidity, it will go down, clear it, and before it goes back up for the day. And that's what happened yesterday. That's why I played. News ran it up, sub liquidity. I got the market to shift to the bottom of news. But when it goes down, to take it up back to clear liquidity above news, it really doesn't. It just goes down. So I have a feeling, like I said, market structure shift here. So we're gonna look in the next few weeks to go buys up into this fair value gap probably to keep going down, or just to this one and keep going down. So I knew I wasn't mad at it too because I was patient today like I used to be. I waited for it to tap into this lower fair value gap instead of the higher one, because if it was the higher one, I would have lost double the money. I'm obviously using smaller lot sizes, so I'm okay with $150 loss. Obviously, I'm down in February. But again, MT5, I don't know if any pro traders see this. My MT5 is not letting me set my take profit and my stop loss, which I don't like. I already don't like that. With the spreads, I have to manually enter in my trades. And since I'm back down at 200K on the 200K account, I think I'm going to buy a Top Step funded account and switch to futures so I can trade on TradingView, so you'll be able to see my entry and stuff on here. And two, I want to trade with my own money as well, because like say that 10K month, the 10K week I could have cashed out on that with my own money, but I was on only a funded account. And I don't trust Forex brokers for indices, so I don't trade my own money with Forex, only funded. So I'm going to switch to futures. I'm going to buy a Top Step account. I'm going to copy trade that with my own money. And yeah, so I can either make money while I'm passing the account, or yeah. And then again, in the Top Step account for the 150K, I mean, you can only lose 3 grand, but you only have to make 9. And I've already made like 16 on this account before I lost a lot of it. I've also been down 5K on this account before I even got in profit. So we'll see how that works with Top Step and with futures. But I like how like here I would have like it went all the way up here and all this. I would have had my limit order set with the whole bracket versus waiting for it to tap in, manually tapping in, manually tapping out. I would have had my bracket set and I would have just watched, okay, I lost. Next day, bracket set, oh, I hit, next day. You see what I'm saying? Like manually watching this and doing this is not good for my emotions. And I was trading options, that's what I was doing. I would set a limit order first for the entry, and then I would set a stop loss and take profit and then just watch. That was it. That was it. Because see, like say you were the person who got in this trade at this moment, setting a bracket, you probably would have missed this trade. This had a fair value gap, passed it, tapped it in so fast. So you probably would have just want to set a limit, which is what I usually do. I set a limit order first, or just get in. Because the fair value gap was created before this candle, well, while this candle was finishing, the second candle tapped in it. So you might have not have needed to put a limit order. You might have had to just buy. But you buy first usually, and then I set my stop loss and take profit after I buy. But MT4 has not been letting me. It's been very annoying. So yeah, I'm gonna switch to futures like a lot of people do. I know more traders did that. And I was talking to him. I like commented on his post about, yeah, like you should trade Forex prop firms and then trade futures with your own money. But it's like with futures, Find Engineer just dropped. That was on my list to get next. And then two, there's just no point if they're gonna keep dropping and the spreads and it's just not, it's mentally a worse trading cohesiveness. It's not as smooth. I don't know how the guys do it. But yeah, I'm gonna get a Top Step challenge maybe today or maybe on Sunday. I already have traded I already have some money in the account. I might put some more in there and yeah, just smoother trading. Even though I'm not mad at this trade, I'm not stressed about this, but I just am a little annoyed. I'm annoyed. And then 10 o'clock news, nothing really happened, which I usually say 10 o'clock news doesn't do much, but this was a red folder, so making sure. That 8:30 news is why I always get on the chart at 8:30, because if you're in a trade from here to here, I mean, this is kind of a market structure shift to the downside, so that would have worked really well for you. But if you were like waiting for this fair value gap to buy up, you would have been demolished. So yeah.